to this.
Let's go. I don't know what you're going through, but we start to tell you.
Come on. I ain't gonna take a long time, but some of y'all be impatient. Y'all be like, he ain't talking about nothing yet. Let me turn. I'll come back. It's alright. Y'all can always look at it. I don't mind. I believe what I believe. All y'all. It's my season. Even through all this foolishness.
Say, I believe.
I believe
that it's my time.
It's my time. It's my time.
And I can feel it.
just want to let y'all know this song doesn't belong to me. Pastor Mike Julian out of Alabama. The song is called Big. God's getting ready to move.
Listen, you ought to declare this over
Hey.
your own. Say it.
Oh, I know.
God, He's working a miracle. Just for me. And it's gonna be.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all had a good day. I know it's crazy in America right now. We got some crazy going on, but let's pray real quick. Lord, thank you for getting us through the day, God. Thank you for getting us through the weekend. Actually, God, thank you for getting us through all our lives. Even right now, even though we see some rough things going on, God, you're going to deliver us and you're going to make a way for us, God. We appreciate it. Make a way right now, God. Pour out a blessing upon us, God, that we can't even explain how it happened, God. But we thank you, we love you, we glorify you. Continue to bless us and cover us. In your darling Son, Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen. Y'all ought to be excited about this. Y'all got to be excited about what God is getting ready to do. We're going through it. It looks rough right now. Hey, it's going to be big. Yeah. God's about to blow your mind. Hey, God's going to be big. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. I like that. I got to listen to the rest of this. All right, y'all. I got it. Don't change. Hold on. all right. I'm through that. All right, check this out. I got some more information. This is just a runover from Sunday where I was talking about be angry, but do not sin. It's just so much more going on in this world, and I came from Ephesians 4:26. I first of all want to let y'all know there's some things I want to announce today real quick to run over some things. The first thing is I want to tell y'all what Bibles I'll be using just in case some of y'all can't follow along. One of them is the New King James Application Bible. I read that New King James Version. It still is, but it's an application Bible, so it gives a little bit more information and breaks down some things. I also use a Matthew Henry Study Bible, just as it is. It's still out of the King James Version, but it's a Matthew Henry Study Bible. It has a few different things to give you some new stuff. And this big boy here, this one is the Annotated Reference Bible. The Holy Bible containing the Old Testament and the New Testament. It just it has a whole lot to it. It's different from both those Bibles. Have a lot of breakdowns and stuff like that. I don't really read that one much, but that's why I study and get a lot of stuff from. Okay, so my scripture that I was going off of was Ephesians 4:26. Be angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down on your wrath. Listen to me good. Because we're upset, we're angry, I'm frustrated, I am, but it's not new, and God's going to do some things. First, I want to point this out so I don't forget it. On July 7th, we're trying to do a blackout where we don't spend y'all get what I'm saying, we don't spend a dollar at any of the stores that don't belong to us. We need to start supporting ourselves even more anyway. Just some crazy stuff. So I want to make sure I say that on July the 7th. I hate to say it. So that's my daughter's birthday. So we're gonna have to get it before that. All right. So whatever it is,
Amen.
Buy it before that day. All right. But we're gonna be buying nothing on that day. Nothing on that bag.
Amen.
She'll remember that forever because she's like, he didn't buy no ice cream or nothing. I bought it on the 6th though. But on the 7th, we're going to show how money makes a difference in this world. I want to do some comparison. Oh, the other thing, that song that was playing, like I told you, that was Pastor Mike out of Birmingham. I watched him earlier, and he was saying some wonderful things, and I just tell you, he was talking about the criminal system, and he said, people are saying the criminal system is broken, it's broken. And he's saying, no, it's not broken. It's designed, and it's running just like they wanted it to. I was like, oh, that's exactly. I love you. It was good. It's not broken. It's running just like they wanted to. It just needs to be changed. It wasn't. It's working for them. It ain't working for us. So it's not broken for them. They think that's something. So while we out here, he said this too. We battling corona and corruption. Corona and corruption, and I love that. So I appreciate hearing that from him. I also was listening to Pastor Jamal Bryan, and he was talking about Trump. Put the Bible down. He preached the whole service about put the Bible down. I don't know if any of y'all saw that last night. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I was telling my wife, the president of the United States, he's like a comedian to me. He's just a dangerous comedian, but he's funny to me. I think I just think he's funny. And when I see him, I laugh. When he say stuff, I laugh. Way worse than Bush or any other one. This guy, but he's just dangerous. So I don't take that lightly. Don't think I think it's all of a joke. I just like to laugh at him when he talks because it's so bizarre. Okay. And if you saw him last night with the Bible, I'm just telling you, I had to rewind it a couple times so my wife could see it. It is done. All right, y'all laugh with me later. All right, let me get back to this. I'm dead serious. So, you know what? I was putting some more stuff to the scriptures I have, so I'm gonna be quick because I don't want to waste a lot of time. But Ephesians 4:26, be angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down on your wrath. I also want to let you know that in Ecclesiastes 7:9, it says, "Do not be quick to be so angry, for anger lies in the bosom of fools." Yeah, I think I've read that before because I've talked about anger, so I took that out of one of my other sermons. But it's in the Bible, and I don't want us to be foolish. Now, the other one that really stuck with me was Proverbs 29:11 says, "Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm to the end." Listen, in the end, only fools give full rage to their, full vent to their rage. And bring calm in the end. I want to tell you, I've been watching it, and they've been blaming stuff on, and what is it? Antifa, whatever it is. They blame it on them. I saw another guy, George Sorrow. Listen, it doesn't matter to me how they're writing, where they're writing, who started it, who's paying what happening. That's what I want you to know. And it's some people that have good sense that got to be thinking, how do we come out of this? What is the solution to try to help? They tearing up stuff and all that. Good. I understand they angry. I ain't tripping, so don't be mad at me, or because I don't think it make good sense. And I'm not out there blowing up cars and running. And I saw one video. I swear I sent it to my wife and a couple of other people. I almost started crying. They were inside of a Foot Locker, a Nike store, and they just was running in, stealing tennis shoes and running out. And it was all our people. And this ain't got nothing to do with George Floyd. It ain't got nothing to do. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, and let me explain to you something. This is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. While y'all frustrated and angered and all that, I want to bring some stuff back to reality about who we are, what we stand for, and God has for us, and who we are. We don't need to be doing that. I don't mind being angry and upset. It happened back in the Bible days. Moses was upset with Pharaoh. He was mad. But I'm going to tell you the difference. Let me put this together. In high school, when I was back in high school, I didn't really pay attention too much. Well, I did. I kind of like history, but then I don't like history because some of the history ain't right and all that. But Listen, in 1868 through 1861, 11 states left the United States to join the Confederate State of America. They got upset. And this was over slavery. Y'all listen to me, because I'm trying to make. I want to correlate this together about something our leader, our chief, is leading us down. The road he's leading us down. I want my kids to know it, because they probably won't ever see nothing like this ever again in life. Let me just say it. We've heard of the Civil War, but some of us ain't seen the Civil War. But it may be coming. The only problem is, I'm going to tell you, so 11 states left the Confederate. And I had to study this. Now I feel like I'm in the history now. I didn't even pay attention in school, but I got it now. 11 states. Let me tell you what the states are. South Carolina left, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Virginia, Arkansas, then North Carolina, and then Tennessee. All the states that we really like to live in, these southern states, these are the first states that left because they did not want slavery to stay. They wanted us to be enslaved. So they left the United States and became their own Confederate States of America, just so they can keep slavery. But Abraham Lincoln, as y'all know, he was the president then of the United States, and then they made a whole nother president for the Confederate States, which is Jefferson Davis. It puzzles me every day that they still have him in history as a president. Jefferson Davis, president of the Confederate States. It baffles me. Nevertheless, they went to war right here in the United States. Let me say this. A house divided against itself cannot stand.
Yeah.
A house divided against itself can't stand. So they went to war. 620,000 people were killed. I say men. 620,000 men were killed. And most of those were the other people. Well, let me go back to here. Back in the day, in the Bible, in Exodus, it talks about how Moses needed to deliver the people out of Israel. And there was a man named Pharaoh, the king, kind of like our chief. They were running the country, you understand? I'm not saying anything. Pharaoh, the chief, okay. It was about 600,000 people that that Moses had to lead out of Israel. There was 620,000 people that were killed this war. In 1861, the war started. And on January 1st, 1863, Lincoln issued an Emancipation Proclamation. I know most of y'all saying, "Oh, I don't want a history lesson." I'm trying to. And the Emancipation Proclamation, if you didn't know, that was a bill that he put in place to free the slaves. Now, all of us know that he did it, and the northern states freed them immediately, but y'all know how long it took us to really get out of it. So we had an amendment. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States. So that was great. Lincoln got that put in place. And then the 14th Amendment guaranteed the citizens would receive protection under the law. And then the 15th Amendment granted black men the right to vote, not women. That came later, but it granted men the right to vote. The 14th Amendment, that's what we're still fighting for. It's an ongoing struggle in our society. That equal protection under the law, we're still fighting it. Of course, y'all know April 14th, 1865, right when the war ended, that's when Lincoln was shot and assassinated. What's scary, what our chief did last night and said on the TV last night, it's frightening because he can lead us back into what happened in 1861. And I just want to let y'all know, this is not the time to be trying to fight in this same house. It's going to be hard to win. This won't be like back in them days. Let me tell you why. People are like, wow, we can fight. We do. We stand up, show our bravery, fight in a different way. All right? Because if he sends the United States military and they come down to do what they have to do, statistics say 41% of citizens own a gun in their home. 41%. That's not even half, because people were trying to get rid of guns. They were tired of it. Well, the military has guns. They got armed drones, they got armed vehicles, they got fighter jets, they got aircraft carriers, they got those things called bunker buster bombs, they got tanks, they got machine guns, they got snipers. Not that we don't have. And then we got to think about all the veterans that were in the military and now they're out. You know, they can probably help, but some of them. But let me just tell you that it's not on equal playing field. If we go to war ourselves with each other against ourselves, then it's going to be worse than a civil war. I just tell you, in Exodus, Pharaoh was upset what was going on because God had gave Abraham a promise. Let me tell you this. He told Abraham that his descendants were going to grow. And they were going to multiply. Y'all gonna get this in a second. Let me go here. I was explaining to some that this goes back to the days of Esau and Jacob. What are you talking about with Esau and Jacob? Well, Esau and Jacob were brothers, right? Okay, so let me give it to you. Esau and Jacob were the sons of Isaac, and Isaac was the son of Abraham. Well, if Isaac was the son of Abraham, and then Esau and Jacob were the sons of Isaac and Rebekah, oh, okay, this is the lineage. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Y'all got it? Y'all always heard that. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, now you know why. Father, son, you know, here we go. It's going down the line. Now, when they were in their mother's womb, the mother was always having pain because they were fighting. And God told her, that's because you have two nations inside of you that are at war. This didn't just start. This happened back in the Bible days. Y'all can look it up. Genesis 25. Y'all start there. Start at Genesis 25. It's at verse 22. But I want you to read the whole thing. Get the story, all right? Nevertheless, when they were born, Esau came out first. And he was hairy. And he liked to hunt. He was a wandering hunter. I'm not saying nothing. But do y'all know anybody that's red and hairy? They like to hunt? People, that is. Do y'all know some people that's red and hairy, like to hunt? Yeah, okay. Nevertheless, Jacob came out afterwards. That's what his name stood for, is because he was grabbing the heel of Esau. But God had already told Rebekah that the older son would be a slave, not a slave. He would be a servant to the younger son. The older son was Esau. The younger son was Jacob. Now Jacob was born and he was smooth-skinned. He was quiet, thoughtful, and he was actually a shepherd. He was a shepherd. Now, fast forward in Genesis 32, 22 through 32. Basically, Jacob stole and whatever because Rebekah, the mama, did it all that. He got it right. So Jacob was known as a trickster all the way up until Genesis 32. Jacob wrestled against God, and because he wrestled with God, and God told him, hey, let me go. And Jacob said, I'm not letting you go until you bless me, after he broke his hip. So Jacob walked with a limp for the rest of his life after this. What are you willing to do to get a blessing from God? Oh, that's a whole other sermon. I like that. What are you willing to do? Jacob had a broke hip, and he said, I'm not letting you go until you bless me. But this is what was really good. God blessed him and changed his name to Israel. The older preachers like to say Israel. Yeah, well, okay, so if God blessed him and changed his name to Israel, this takes me to Chronicles, 2 Chronicles 7:14. He said, if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. All right? Y'all got that? People. If my people, who's God's people? Who are they? Who are they? Are you? Yeah. Let me. 2 Chronicles 6:22. If 2 Chronicles 6, verse 22. I am reading now out of this Bible is the New King James application. Anyone sins against his neighbor and comes and takes an oath before your altar in this temple. I'm sorry. Ezra wrote this passage. Ezra wrote 2 Chronicles. This is King Solomon talking to God. So listen to me. If anyone sins against his neighbor and is forced to take an oath and comes and takes an oath before your altar in this temple, then hear from heaven. He's asking God. Then hear from heaven and act and judge your servants, bringing retribution on the wicked by bringing his way on his head. Heaven and act and judge your servants, bringing retribution on the wicked. Y'all get what I'm... Listen to me real good, because I got some more to read. He's asking God to take retribution against, not for us to take up arms. Oh, let me say this then. It says in Deuteronomy 3:22, ye shall not fear them, for the Lord shall, your God, he shall fight for you. Hold on. This one may be better. 2 Chronicles 20 and 15. I'm going to go back to 2 Chronicles 6 real quick. But 2 Chronicles 20 and 15 says, and he said, hearken ye, all Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem, and thou King Jehoshaphat. Thus said the Lord, be not afraid or dismayed by reason of this great multitude, for the battle is not yours, but God's. Okay, let me go back. Second Chronicles. I know I'm jumping around. Don't y'all get nervous. Write the scriptures down if you can, and then you can go back and read them for yourself. 2 Chronicles 22. I'm at verse 24 right now. Or if your people Israel are defeated before an enemy because they have sinned against you, and return and confess your name, and pray and make supplication before you in this temple, then hear from heaven and forgive the sin of your people Israel. Wait. Forgive the sin of your people Israel. Wait a second. When Jacob was wrestling against God and he changed his name, to, y'all tell me what he said. What's his name? Israel. Thank you. Michaela always tells me. Give me something. He changed his name from Jacob to Israel. Now the Bible is saying, or if your people Israel are defeated, get this, are defeated before an enemy because they have sinned against you and return your name, if they turn and confess your name. Now this is 2 Chronicles 6 and 12, but 2 Chronicles 7 and 14, this is afterwards, where God says, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves. I'm going to finish that. Let me leave it there because y'all know that one. So, if your people Israel are defeated before an enemy because they have sinned against you, I'm going to circle that. Not the people that did something, but because of the people of Israel have sinned against you, and return and confess your name and pray before you in the temple, then hear from heaven and forgive the sin of your people Israel. Of your people Israel. Of your people Israel. Whose people? Whose people? God's people. I'm trying to help you out here, so if you don't get it. Against you, and bring them back to the land which you gave them and their fathers. When the heavens are shut up and there is no rain because they have sinned against you, when they pray towards this place and confess your name, and turn from their sin because you afflict them. It didn't say the other man, the man in charge. It says because you afflict them. then hear in heaven and forgive the sin of your servants, your people Israel. It keeps saying your people Israel. Oh my goodness. The Bible keeps saying your people Israel. That you may teach them the good way in which they should walk, and send rain on your land, which you have given to your people as an inheritance. When there is famine in the land, when it's famine in the land, y'all know how we were just fighting not too long ago just for some toilet tissue and stuff like that. When there's pestilence, or blight, or mildew, or locust, or grasshoppers. I don't know if I told y'all that before Pharaoh let the people of Israel go, there were 10 plagues. Oh. Maybe another day I'm going to count all the plagues that are here right now. We got coronavirus, we got some locusts, we got some killer bees, we got pestilence. Never mind. Let me finish reading the scripture, and then I'm gonna see if we even get to 10. When there is famine in the land, pestilence or blight, people doing stuff and folk don't see. Blight or mildew or grasshoppers, when their enemies besiege them in the land of their cities, when their enemies them in the land of their cities, when they send the army to come get us. Never mind. I was happy when he gave it to me. It may not work for you. Whatever plague or whatever sickness there is, whatever his ways. Now, you may be doing good. Somebody else may be doing something bad. God give it to them in their ways, whose heart you know. That's what the Bible says. For you alone know the heart of men, that they may fear you, respect you, to walk in your ways as long as they live in the land which you gave to our fathers. Now listen, I just want to go. Now I'm going to go back to 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, who is his, the people of Israel, promised Abraham, and then Abraham was, he didn't do something he was supposed to do, and God told him, okay, now you got to sacrifice your firstborn son. He took Isaac up there to sacrifice Isaac, and God had a ram in the bush. He let him go. So then Isaac had 2 sons, Esau and Jacob. They fuss and fight in the belly of their mother Rebekah, and then Esau came out. He was red and hairy, and then Jacob came out with smooth skin. He was supposed to be the leader, and Esau was supposed to follow, but Esau came out first, and he was the hunter. Now, this may not work for y'all. Listen, but if I called by my name shall humble, that's where we need to work on. I had on a shirt Sunday called, it said, strong, gifted, and black. And I think sometimes we take advantage of that because we know that we are. We have a lot of gifts. God gave us a lot of abilities. God gave us a lot of strength. And now he's asking us, I gave it to you, but if you humble yourself, and if you begin to pray and seek my face, and turn from your wicked ways. Let me tell y'all, when they said turn from your wicked ways, it kind of made me. Listen, I swear I almost wanted to cry the other day. I was watching that video, and they were just stealing for no reason. For no reason. Just because they can right now. And that's a scary situation for me to see my people doing wicked things. Now, don't get me wrong, some other stuff, it has been blamed on us and stuff we ain't doing. Yes, I saw some of our other brothers, Esau, that other brother. I saw some of our other brothers. Y'all like that? Esau, the red one with the hairy body. We saw some of them on some things that would make everybody think it was us. Not so much looting, but setting stuff on fire, breaking windows. I actually saw a video where some of our brothers and sisters on Esau's side was spray painting BLM on the window. And I appreciate the enthusiasm that they have. BLM, Black Lives Matter. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but they gonna think it's us. They on the glass. They ain't gonna, but thank God somebody filmed me. One of our brothers from Esau, the red ones, with hair, that are hairy, that like to hunt. 15 through 7. This is where we're having a problem, Israel. I'm gonna call my people Israel. This is where we're Israelites. This is where we're having a problem. I mean, different Moses had to lead them out of the city, and as soon as they out across and Proverbs 29:11 give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. If they down, their rage is going to lead them somewhere that they don't want to go. 2 Corinthians 9 says, we are hard, and we know that. We know that we are. We know that we're going through, yet not crushed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. I'm going to fight on our behalf. I'm just telling you what the Bible is saying. But even though we've always had to fight for adversity, fighting for our rights, fighting just to stay alive, and fighting just to breathe. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. But there's some good things that can come out of this. And God's way, He's the way. And people say, oh, well, prayer is not. I get it. Prayer without works is dead. But it also says, be angry and do not sin. We can't be quick to be angry, because that anger lies in the bosom of fools. That's what Ecclesiastes 7:9 says. We have to have a calm mind to know how to go about this thing. Mm-hmm. See, even though the law seems like people are saying the criminal system is broken, black men the right to vote. I don't know why I can't say amendment. We had the right to vote all the way back in 1861, and I know they do different things to get us, but enough of us don't go. We don't do it enough. That's why we don't get what we're looking for. Y'all complaining and y'all and fussing and rioting and doing stuff, but you won't go out to help. You'll go out and set something on fire. I understand that's just showing your emotion. And you'll bust windows. I understand that. Showing your emotion. I got it. You don't like it. You start looting. That's just a criminal act. That's foolishness. You give them full vent to your rage. But you won't go vote? What? Yeah, and y'all think it's because things won't change. It can't change if you don't go vote. I have some friends that be like, oh, well, Obama didn't do nothing. Well, I don't know how much y'all expected him to do when people were holding him back from doing the best job he could, and then some of us didn't vote enough to put people in place to back him up to do what he needed to do. Mm-hmm. He was in there almost by himself. It was more of the right side than it was the left side, and now I don't even look at either side no more. I'm looking for my ballot, and I'm trying to find the person who's job. Yeah, may be considered a different. This got to change. Some stuff place, and God has wisdom to look at your local people and who's running. Try to figure out what they stand for. I looked at my ballot already, and I started looking people up to see what they stood for, who they were, what they looking for, what they trying to do. And stop just voting for the people that y'all been knowing a long time. There's some people here in Atlanta, they got a name, and so because we just know the name, and because they're from here, it can be done if you want to change, but don't sit around and complain and be angry and mad, and you're not. The first thing you can do is go vote. The first thing you can do is go vote. The first thing you can do is go vote if you're trying to change some stuff. I know God gives us wisdom to think first. Let me tell you this. Hosea 6 says, my people, Hosea 4 and 6 says, my people, Hosea 4 and 6 says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We ain't even trying to go figure it out. We want somebody to just tell it to us and tell me what I should. But listen, try to get some knowledge. And I don't get me wrong, it's all right to hear from some other people and let them talk to you. But I want you to know that because of our lack of knowledge, God says you can't be preached for me. You know, I'm not going to bless your kids. I mean, I will put a curse on your kids. Don't ask me for nothing because you rejected knowledge. I better read that scripture so be mad at me and be like, oh, he was just saying stuff and he not giving the whole scripture because God didn't say that. And what did God say? I'm about to tell y'all what he said right now. I'm going to tell you exactly what he said. I want y'all to look at it. Look it up and y'all help me so that y'all know exactly what I'm coming from. And nobody can say that I didn't tell you what it said. Hosea 4 and 6. Here I go. I talked my way all the way through that time. It says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you from being priests for me. Because you have forgotten the law of your God, I will also forget your children. Oh my God. Let me read the rest of it. Number 7 said, the more they increased, the more they sinned against me. I will change their glory into shame. He is talking about his people. He says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Hold on. Well, if he's saying my people in Hosea 4 and 4 and 6, in Chronicles 7:14, he said, people which are called by my name shall humble the... Wait a second. These correlate. He's talking about my people. My people. And then I learned that if that's my people, and Abraham was his, and Isaac, and then he had Jacob, and he changed Jacob to Israel, and then to the Israelites in Israel, because he brought them out of the land. So we must be his people, and then he said, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Mm-hmm. The more my people increase, the more, I'm going to put mine in front of all this, the more my people sinned against me. Mm-hmm. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will reject you from being priests for me, my people. Because you have forgotten the law of your God, my people. Mm-hmm. I will forget your children, my people. Let me jump down to 10. Let me just show you what 10 says. Hosea 4 and 10. It said, for they shall eat, but not. They shall commit whoredom and not increase, but they have ceased obeying the Lord. They have ceased obeying the Lord. They have ceased obeying the Lord. Let me read, but I got something for you. Hosea 6, 1 through 3. It says, come and let us return to the Lord. Now, this is where our victory comes, and we can win it. But we first got to understand who we turn to. Come, let us return to the Lord, for he has torn, but he will heal us. He has stricken, but he will bind us up. After 2 days, he will revive us. On the 3rd day, he will raise us up, that we may live in his sight. Let us know. Let us know the knowledge of the Lord. Oh, my goodness. Did y'all hear what it said? Hosea 4 and 6 said, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. But Hosea 6, 1 through 3, right here, in 3, it said, let us pursue the knowledge of the Lord. His going forth is established as the morning. He will come to us like the rain, like the latter and the former rain to the earth. I like that because all we need is rain from God. But back to him first before he can start letting things grow. Hold on. I had went to 1 John 15 through 17. I already went there, and I was telling y'all, do not love the world or things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For in the world, listen to me good. All of y'all that love just going out and buying Nikes all the time, because that's all you smoke your cigar and drink your cognac all day. I ain't saying nothing wrong with that. I ain't tripping. I ain't saying you can't smoke your cigar. I ain't saying you can't drink your cognac. I ain't saying you don't buy Nike. I'm saying if that's all you think in life that's going to make you successful is for you to drive your car, have the house, drink your cognac, drink your cigar, or your other stuff. You drink, smoke, whatever. You know what I'm saying. If that's all you thinking, well, the Bible is saying, if anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world. And the world is passing away, and the lust of it. But who does the will of God abides forever. Now I want to jump to Revelations 1 and 3. Revelations 1 and 3 says, blessed is he who reads, and those who hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written in it. Time is near. This is what John was saying. The time is near. Do y'all not see that? Do y'all not see what's going on? What I used to hear the pastor say when I was a kid back in the day, oh, you better get your house in order. It's coming back. What? Oh, well, they were right. They just didn't know the day, didn't know the time. We still don't know the day, the time. But I can tell you, it's leading up to it. The time is near. Revelation 21 and 1 says, this is what John says. Revelation 21 and 1. He said, now I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The first heaven and the first earth had passed away. The New Jerusalem. Why would he be trying to save this world, creating a new one? God ain't trying to do nothing. Y'all talking about global warming. It's real. Don't get me wrong. I believe in it. Y'all talking about how California gonna fall from the sea. Maybe you're right. It's real. Y'all see all these different destructions and different tearing up. All that's real. And I think the most we can do is, God, just cover me during this time. Cover me and my family. Cover the Israelites right now, those who love you and God, and those who don't, God, that's not pursuing knowledge and not pursuing what you need them to pursue, God. You deal with them according to their works. This is what Solomon said. He was very wise. He's like, listen, I love all my people, but deal with them according to what they doing. Now, I ain't trying to put anybody under the bus. But if you ain't doing right, listen. I'm gonna throw this one in there for free. Isaiah 41 and 10 says, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my right hand. But he's only going to do that when we turn back to him. If my people who are called by name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked way. I started putting a little too much vibrato in my voice while I was doing it. Let me come back. All right, so John, new heaven and earth. So Romans, can y'all look at this one real quick for me? Romans 8 and 18 through 21, and I'm almost done. I'm just trying to correlate it to let y'all know what we need to do. Romans 8, 18 through 21 says, for I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. That's exciting to me. I don't know what it does for you. But the sufferings of this present time are not even with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creation eagerly waits the revealing of the sons of God. For the creation was subjected to fertility, not willingly, but because of him who subjected it in hope. Because the creation itself also from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. All I'm telling you is everything that's going on right here, this is what it's saying. Everything that's going on right here, you ain't even, because it's going to be delivered. This bondage of corruption, into the glorious liberty of the children of God. The children of God. Who are the children? Who are my people? The children of God. I talked about that already. Don't be so upset about these living conditions here, because this world is not our home. We ain't going to be sweating this stuff pretty soon. We better be getting prepared for Colossians, because this is what our vision is. Colossians 3:1. If raise, seek the things that are above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your mind on things that are above, not on things that are on the earth. I know y'all, I don't want y'all to be worried about the materialistic things and all the foolishness that's going on. I was given a comparison earlier, just in case you had to ask us to do. We're trying to be like the people who brought us over here. We almost fall into this greed situation. But we want more. We want more. We'll start going out looting and stealing just to have more. I saw folk stealing shoes that wasn't even in their shoe size, and just probably to sell it later. Just foolishness. Y'all know. Folk break into the car place, stealing the car, and then turning the car through the window. I get it. Listen, I'm not tripping, because some of y'all be like, we got to do something. Well, I get it. Well, go vote. How about that? Let's make a change. Let's do some peaceful protesting. They understand we upset. They understand that we don't like it. It ain't just us now. Now our brother Esau they upset too. That's the red ones with a lot of hair. Y'all get it. Never mind. But look, even though we're hard pressed on every side, we're not crushed. We're not perplexed. Don't be there. We're persecuted, but we're not forsaken. We're not struck down, and we can't be destroyed. God got us. He got our back. He's gonna take care of us. Believe? Do you believe that God's gonna take care of us? Be angry, but don't sin. Be angry. Don't even think sinful thoughts. Because I was so frustrated about this thing. I didn't know what to do, because I gave the story before. This is me for no reason. I hadn't done anything, just driving the car. And DWB, I told my mama that she liked that. Driving while black. Not DUI. I wasn't drunk, wasn't high, wasn't sick. By myself. Yeah, got pulled. Just horrible. But because I can't live with that forever. And I didn't let my anger take full rage of me all the way up into my life. And I like to hear say, the only way you can get old is by being wise and not being a fool. Don't let your rage make you a fool and give full vent to it. Y'all understand that? Y'all believe it? Y'all believe that we are the children of God? Do y'all believe it? Be angry, do not sin. God got a blessing for us. Let's stay in line. Let's pay attention. That's what Solomon was saying. Hey, you deal with them according to their acts. Yeah, and that's everybody. But let God deliver you. I'll be talking about this more. July 7th, please. We're not going to spend any money on that day in certain places. So let's try to stand up for our rights for that. I'm sure the children of Israel had to do the same thing when they were in Egypt. Stand for them. And eventually they not to anger and joy and kindness, God. You suffering, which is patience, God. Be patient with us and let us with others, God. So we give you glory, we give you honor, we give you praise.